The following is a presentation of TFNN. It is now time for Living a Primal Lifestyle with your host, Nico de Haan. And now, here's Nico de Haan.
Hi, folks. Welcome to Living a Primal Lifestyle. I'm your host, Nico de Haan. It's Friday, July 6, 2012. Time to talk about your health, fitness, and diet. My call-in number here is 877-927-6648. Our international number is 727-445-1044. Please subscribe to my Health Signals newsletter. I have a new issue out today, issue 13, and you will receive 2 issues each month for only $10 a month, and they're on the first and third Friday of each and every month. Of course, you get it free for 30 days. You can cancel it at any time, and if you want to know about the Primal Diet, how to remain healthy and fit, this is the newsletter for you. My email address here is nico@tfnn.com if you have any questions or comments. Hope everybody's feeling great in the chat room, streaming live on the internet, on Tagger TV, and on the radio. It's a beautiful day here, sunny, partly cloudy, and about 86 degrees in downtown Clearwater, Florida. My wife has a new book out. It's called Elephants, Aardvarks, and Me, which is an imaginary day in the life of a child, mixing everyday events with unlikely assortment of animals. And you get it free. Get it for about $8.50, I think, on CreateSpace or Amazon.com. I have a special guest today. He's Dr. Richard London. Now, Dr. London has 25 years of experience. He's known as the Man of Steel and the Heart of Velvet. He presents private, confidential life and business coaching. His Doctorate of Business Life program provides business people with the skills and mindset to create greater business results for individuals and teams and organizations as a whole, even in the most challenging business environment. He also is the author of forthcoming books, Doctorate of Business Life, Creating Success and Wealth with No Limits, and Great Language and Great Life, Communication to Wealth Words that Create Miracles in Your Life. Welcome to Living a Primal Lifestyle, Dr. London.
Hi, Nico.
It's been a while since we've spoken.
Yes, it's lovely to hear your voice.
Yeah, it's great to hear you, too. What you been up to?
Oh, so many great things. Unbelievable. Moved into a new home, 6 stories.
Oh.
Yes.
Nice.
So I've been busy decorating and furnishing, repairing, all those normal life things.
Sure. Is that in California?
No, it's in Mexico.
Oh, Mexico. So that's where you're calling from now?
Yes, I'm calling you from Mexico today.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Yes. Great country.
And getting married next month.
Wow, congratulations. That's a life-altering event right there.
Yes.
Well, you know, I've been married 17 years very happily, so I wish the same for you.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah. Now, you remember, we create our own happiness, right?
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
And we create our own health, too. You know that, too.
Yes, we certainly do that.
So you're going to enjoy the information that I'm going to share today because it's phenomenal. One of the things, and I'm just going to share it, you're the first to know about it.
Okay.
I actually created, I have a system. It's called the Life Wellness System, sort of the umbrella of everything I do, the Doctor of Life program,
right.
Rockstar Wellness, you name it. And so I downloaded information about, it's called Winning in the Divine Game of Life.
Yes.
And it's really important that your listeners know it, is that most individuals in the world today, they're playing their game of life, their significant other's game of life, their father and mother's game of life, the state they live in, the country they live in, the place where they work. So you're playing multiple games of life, which really profoundly affect your mental and your physical health. And when humans are only supposed to be playing one game, and that's the divine game of life. And through this life wellness system, I created this whole new system of wellness, and it's called the Divine Wellness Body.
Very interesting.
It's sort of the ultimate body that you can create on Earth today.
Yeah. And, I have my own little system. I suppose everybody does. And,
Yes.
as I was writing my book the other day, I kind of said, okay, what was a defining point in my life? And it turns out that when I went back and really looked at this, it was at the age of 10 when I was living on this huge acreage up in northern Canada that my dad had purchased. And our building was the only building on there. It was the one that my grandfather and my uncle and my father had built. And the rest of it was just a wilderness of pine and birch trees. And me and my dog, every day in the summertime, would just go out exploring. And with nothing but the guidance of my folks, what they had instilled in me and what the wilderness was offering me and all that clean and good air. And I thought that was a defining moment because I've always wanted to get back to that.
Right, and that's what's happening. See, there's two cleansings going on Earth today. There's a cleansing of the earth, and there's a cleansing of the human soul.
Okay.
Everything that makes up a human being. So we're moving in the direction of, divine wellness, divine law, divine medicine. Everything is moving in that direction. And see, the difference is that when you're working in that level, every tool you're working with is based on wisdom, not knowledge.
There's a big difference between that, too.
Yeah, see, wisdom works for everyone every time, where knowledge is a human's perception of what might be true, and it doesn't necessarily work for everyone. And it's interesting. One of the reasons that you and I clicked when we first spoke many, many months ago was, see, your light of divinity is on. 95% of the population in the world, their divinity light is not on. And in order to have great wellness in your life and have a great body, that divinity light has to be on.
Sure.
Because you cannot expect a great body and great health unless you have wellness, and that's being whole in mind, body, and spirit.
Yeah, and our culture really doesn't, we celebrate the knowledge part. We don't celebrate so much of the soul part.
Yeah, we don't celebrate wisdom, and now the direction, everything, even the word wellness, believe it or not, it is the most popular word in the world today because it encompasses financial wellness, physical wellness, mental wellness. Every aspect of our life is connected with wellness. So the word wellness is actually deeply rooted in wisdom.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So in the world today is we have to have our divinity ignited. And once that divinity is ignited, then you have the possibility of accepting wisdom at a high level and then creating whatever it is you want to create in your life. I've had clients of mine move phenomenal in every area of their life, whereas many of your listeners, I'm sure they're struggling.
Yeah. I see many people struggle today.
Yeah. No, what do your callers and your listeners, what seems to be their major struggle at this particular time, Nico? Is it wealth?
Well, with the economy, I think they think it's that. They're so busy, I think, with their everyday, what I call distractions, that they don't have time to really get that wisdom working for themselves.
Okay. See, in winning in the divine game of life, what you basically do is you have the power, the energy to develop your life. And I'll give your listeners some of the ingredients of a beautiful life. First of all, it has to have beauty in it.
Yeah.
You can't live a life unless you have aspects of beauty in it. It has to have love. It has to have wellness. It has to have wealth. It has to have fun. It has to have creativity. And then what it has to have in it has to have a happy Nico. It has to have a happy Richard.
Sure, it does.
Yes. You cannot have a divine life or designed life unless you personally are happy. And then here's an important thing. You have to have the time and energy to enjoy the life at the highest level.
Yeah, and these things you're talking about, if I'm understanding you correctly, these are all things that happen in the moment now. They're not the future or the past.
Right. Well, the thing is that I work with major corporations as well as individuals, and there's no more such thing as a 6-month plan, a 9-month plan, a year plan, a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan. It's all day-to-day living.
Mm-hmm.
And what I have found, you have millions of people in the world, very successful people, now realizing that they've given away their control of their life to their work,
mm-hmm.
or to a country, or
right.
to a state.
Or to a church.
And now they want more control in their life. And really, life is about living life easily and not working hard.
Yeah.
Working easy and doing all the things that you like to do. So, what's one of your favorite things to do, Nico? If you had to give this one thing up, you couldn't live, and what is that?
Well, right now, jiu-jitsu, I think.
Okay. So, if Nico would have to give up jiu-jitsu, he would not feel whole in his life. So, he should be able to participate in jiu-jitsu as many times as he would like in a week's time.
Yeah.
With no limits. Yeah. Are you studying with the Gracie brothers?
I'm studying with Eduardo de Lima, who ran the Gracie Baja in Rio de Janeiro for the brothers.
Ah, yeah. I know his name.
Yeah, he's a 9-time world champion, one of the greatest professors in the Gracie organization, the Gracie Baja organization.
Yeah, the Gracie organization has a lot of very, very powerful people.
Yeah, there's 2 organizations run by Carlos Gracie runs the Gracie Baja, and there's the Gracie Academy that's run by the other end of the family. So there's basically 2 academies here worldwide. Gracie Baja being the largest, but the other one, they're both great. Both go in very similar directions. And it's a wonderful martial art, and what I try to explain with people is this is the martial art that is a defensive martial art. It relies on you doing something first, the other person doing something first, and then me counteracting it. And it's although it can be aggressive, it's not made aggressive. It's a counter aggression, I would say. Yeah,
what you see on TV in regards to martial arts, that's commercialized.
Very much so, and it's really watered down. There are some good fights that we watch during the year, but they're on so much, and they're very expensive, and they've really made a big business out of it. And that's not what jiu-jitsu is. It is part of it.
Well, all martial arts should be looked at as an artist looks at painting.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Really an art form.
We got a break coming up, so we're going to be back in a couple of minutes, folks. The number here is 877-927-6648 if you'd like to join the show. We'll be right back with Dr. London.
In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now. You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Stock market corrections are the number one reason that a buy and hold investment strategy produces the poorest results, and I have 73 years of data that proves it. Now, the good thing about economic difficult times is that the worst economy can produce the best rewards in the shortest period of time. In fact, during the last 130 years, 61% of that time period has been spent in recession. And if you're one of the 70% of American households relying on their 401ks and IRAs for retirement, you need the single strategy that is bulletproof against the turmoil of our stock markets. Go to the homepage at TFNN.com. Under Breaking News, click on Success is a Numbers Game to receive this must-have free report. This bulletproof strategy may be days away from giving the next signal. Don't neglect your retirement, and don't neglect this signal. If you're even a little bit interested in accumulating wealth, providing a better life for you and your family, then go to TFNN.com to order your free copy of Success is a Numbers Game today. Implement the disciplines contained in this report, and success will be yours for the taking.
Kate Stalter's exciting newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, has just launched, and now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial. Every Wednesday afternoon, Kate sends out her weekly newsletter to her subscribers where she focuses on small cap stocks with market caps under $2 billion, as well as low-priced equities with share prices ranging from $5 to $12. Kate tracks a variety of stocks with a combination of strong technical support and solid fundamentals. Many of the stocks featured will be recent IPOs. These newer issues are often some of the biggest price gainers in the market and provide an excellent opportunity for substantial gains if timed correctly. You can catch Kate Stalter live on Tiger TV with her Small Cap Roundup every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and visit TFNN.com right now to get your 2-week free trial to her brand new newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, while locking in the low introductory monthly rate of only $37.50 per month, almost a 50% discount. Act now.
This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back to the show, folks. It's Nico on Living a Primal Lifestyle. I'd like to remind you to pick up my new newsletter, Health Signals number 13 is out. And one of the great things I've got in here, among many, is a registry that lists the Paleo Physicians Network. Here it is right here. And this will give you a link to a person a physician who in your area has paleo mind. So that's, I think, real helpful, and I've discovered one in my area, so I'm really glad about that. So pick up my newsletter. Also, the number here is 877-927-6648. On the phone, we have Dr. London as our guest. And, Richard, we were talking about, living in the now. And, before the break, we were talking about what one thing that you can't live without. And I mentioned, of course, jiu-jitsu, and there are, of course, other things. But that's so important.
Well, it's very, very important that humans live the life that their soul deserves. And that's why the majority of people out there in the world, they're looking for a purposeful life, and then they're looking for a divine purposeful life. That seems to be the direction that everyone wants to move. Yeah. And I wanted to share something really important with your listeners. Creating wealth, creating wellness, health, creating everything in your life, it is not, making money is not about economics. It is about language. Mm-hmm. Fly fishing, jiu-jitsu, taekwondo, golfing, everything is about language. And the language starts in your subconscious mind. If you have a healthy language about martial arts, you're going to be phenomenal in martial arts. If your language inside of you, if you're participating in martial arts and you're an unhappy person, you're going to display all this aggression.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've seen people like that.
Yeah.
It's the same way in business. It's the same way in your personal life. Everything is about language. Everything is about what goes in and out of a human's mouth. So you can control that. You can control the words that go in and out of your mouth. You can control what you eat and what goes in and into your mouth.
Yeah.
Just as Nico, I'm sure in just about every show he does, it's all about what you put into that beautiful, beautiful machine that determines how the machine responds. Is that correct, Nico?
Yeah, no doubt about it. And, you mentioned earlier, what are most of our problems with the people that we see. And most of us seem to be a slave to the money system. So we're concentrating so much on the money and not really being able to fulfill what we really want to do, which means the money will come naturally to us.
Exactly. And what happens is you're giving away your power to your misguided game of life. See, the divine game of life has core divine rules, and then you have your personal rules connected with the divine game of life. So here's the difference. The majority of human beings that are living on Earth are basically, they're in a dryer. You know, when you take towels out of a washing machine and they're heavy, and you put them in a dryer. So humans they're bouncing off the sides of the dryer. They're going through their life. They're going through all the motions. They're getting married. They're having children. They go to work. Mm-hmm. But there's no growth connected with the process.
Yeah.
So what really has to happen is what I do is I literally bring a person physically and energy-wise over to the tree of life. Mm-hmm. And I want your listeners to go to Google Images and look at the tree of life. Everything starts from the tree of life. Once you're put at the base of the tree of life, guess what? Your life is not like a roller coaster. You just go up that tree of life, and you're growing, and you're growing, and you're growing, and you're growing. And that's the intention of humans on Earth. We were intentionally put on this earth to grow like the tree of life.
Yeah. You know, one thing I like about having you on the show, because you talk so much differently than most people, and you put things in a little different perspective that most people may have a hard, they don't understand it at first. But if you really look into what you're saying, is you're really touching into the flow of what's going on today. And I've got a break coming up here in a couple seconds, so I'd like to remind everybody that the number here is 877-927-6648. I'd like to remind everybody to pick up my Health Signals newsletter. And if you have any questions or comments, can't reach us by phone, it's at nico@tfnn.com. You can email me, and I'll be glad to answer that email to you. So we'll be right back with Richard London.
Would you like a personal update from Tom O'Brien as to what equities he's trading and what his daily trading plan is before the market opens each morning? Every market day, Tom O'Brien sends out his daily newsletter, Market Insights, to hundreds of subscribers that rely on his daily recommendations when it comes to navigating these highly volatile markets we're dealing with. As recently as May 21st, Market Insights subscribers closed out all 5 open positions for a combined profit of over 68% in one day. Profits ranged from 6.5% to over 24%, and all of these trades had been initiated within the previous 30 days. Now is the perfect time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's explosive trading newsletter, Market Insights, an $85 value. Tom breaks down the market each morning with his market take and provides trade recommendations, including precise stops and target profit zones, leaving nothing left to guessing. Log on to TFNN.com today and sign up for your 2-week free trial. Make sure you're a subscriber the next time Market Insights subscribers close out multiple winning trades. Take action and sign up for your free trial today. Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when temporary market spikes move against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped, and you have the advantage of keeping your trades open even when the market temporarily spikes against you. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique short-term binary options that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back to the show, folks. I'm talking to Dr. Richard London here, and the number here is 877-927-6648 if you have any questions for him. And I'd like to remind you also to pick up my Health Signals newsletter. Now, Dr. London, before the break, we were talking about the tree of life. Now, I know that if I say tree to somebody, everybody has their own image of tree, and I'm sure everybody has their own image of what a tree of life is, and some people may not even know what that means. So in plain terms, what are we really talking about here?
Well, the tree of life is the symbol of the natural growth of every living thing that exists on Earth.
Okay.
And see, we live in an abundant universe.
Mm-hmm.
You can easily create $1 billion as creating 1 penny. Time is also unlimited. It's only humans who are given these perimeters, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 60 minutes in an hour. If you believe those facts, then you put limits to your life. And I'm a very grounded person.
Yeah.
Everything that I teach, I use in my life, and it is very, very effective.
Yeah.
See, the rules have changed in 2012, and the rules are constantly changing. We live in a changing world. And one thing that your listeners may or may not know, in a human body, there's approximately 50 trillion cells. Each cell is capable of emanating almost 2 volts of electricity. So 50 trillion times 2 is 100 trillion volts of electricity in a human body, possibly more.
Yeah.
There could be as much as 100 trillion cells in a human body. Nobody really knows. So look at all that energy that is sitting in a human body unused.
It's so true, and that energy can be transferred to the physical and the mental and anywhere you need it. And I feel that in a lot of the activities that I do.
Yeah, and I actually use the energy at a very, very high level, and I teach people to use this energy that's inside of you to create miracles, to make changes in one's life. And I'm a very practical, logical person. Everything has to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And what makes sense to me in the world today is that we live in a wonderful world, a world filled with great possibilities. Now, July and August of this year, right now, we have 3 things going on, and I want to share it with the listeners.
Okay.
This is a very creative time period. So the energy that exists in the world today is very creative. So you can create businesses, you can create relationships, lots of creativity during July and August of this year. Also, it's a time of having great fun with your families, your significant others, really letting yourself go and having real fun in your life. And it's also a time of a human being using their energy and practicing that energy to create whatever it is they want in their life, for their children to respond better, for their promotions to come through in their job, for more wealth to come to them.
Mm-hmm. So, and I notice in my life, too, that I go through these periods where I go to jiu-jitsu and everything seems so hard and it's uncomfortable and you get sore, and then you go through a couple of weeks where you're on top of the world and nothing bothers you and it seems like you can conquer anything. And is this type of the type of cycles that you're talking about that happen?
Right. We've had a lot of changes on Earth. We had that big eclipse.
Yeah.
And the big eclipse is really about the releasing of lots of high energy to create peace on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had the Venus energy. That was to create a lot of love on Earth. So we have the peace energy on Earth right now. We have the love energy on Earth. And then we have all this practical energy on Earth, this creative energy. See, it doesn't take, if you want to create $1 million in a business, in the past, it might have taken 20, 30 years, 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can do it in a matter of months. And I think I should share with your listeners, really, the 3 top ways to create wealth in the world today.
Okay.
Is number 1 is network marketing.
Right. That makes sense.
Because there are a lot of great products out there that significantly change people's lives. So that's the fastest way to create wealth. The second way is products and services.
Mm-hmm.
Great products, great services. And the third way is specialized wisdom. That's developing a system based on your wisdom inside of you and separating yourself from other people. I have a client of mine who is a phenomenal coach in caregiving.
Okay.
And I have moved her into divine caregiving. So she now teaches people at the optimum level how to caregive for their loved ones. Yes. And so by her moving at this high level, your value becomes greater. And remember, listeners, it's not how many hours you work, but how much you make per hour. I remember reading many years ago that Michael Jackson was earning $10,000 a second.
Yeah.
And I go, why should Michael Jackson be worth $10,000 per second? It was because of his specialized skill sets.
Mm-hmm.
He was a master music maker.
Yeah. And then, of course, you have the network set up for him.
And the network was set up.
Yeah.
So for your listeners out there, if you're involved in a specialized area, you have to have a system. It has to be solid. And then you have to place a very, very attractive value on your time. $100 an hour, $250 an hour, $500 an hour. Yes.
Yeah, by adding the value yourself, you're really not scaring people away. You're actually attracting them.
Yes. Because, as an example, people working with me would literally have to work with a person 5, 10, 15, 20 years. I had a client of mine who spent, probably on therapy and consulting, probably close to $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
And he was in the therapy for 20 years. And he worked with me for about 3 months. And it cost him way considerably less. So he gave up 20 years of his life to grow and to get rid of his stuff. And with me, he was able to get rid of his stuff in a matter of weeks. And that's the way it really should be in the world today.
Sure.
Problems are very difficult, but solutions are really easy. I've never seen a problem that I couldn't solve.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah, it just takes the energy to do it.
It takes the energy and it takes the clarity.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Clarity is important. If you're creating your health, your wellness, your wealth, it takes great clarity. And I'll share something that your listeners probably don't know.
Okay.
In the creation of major projects and developments in the world today, only 2.5% of any major project is successful in the world today. Literally 50 billion to 150 billion plus are lost monies because projects are not completed.
Now,
so what does this mean? It means that the people involved at the top, the middle, and below, they don't have the clarity, they don't have the energy, they don't have the intellect to push the process of the project to its finality in a successful manner.
Mm-hmm. Now, to get to that clarity, I've always been taught that you have to ask great questions and ask open-ended questions so the universe can supply answers for you.
Exactly. Yes. I stay in a place, it's called knowing. I stay a place in knowing, so all the answers always come to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I also stay in a place of great clarity. And I separate all drama, all emotion from my life and just concentrate on the solutions. And I'll give your listeners a tip. One of the most powerful energy that exists on Earth today that you can use, and it's a simple one, it's the word yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes is the positive energy, no is the negative energy in the world today. And then the next two words, I know. If you use yes, I know I'm beautiful. Yes, I know I'm intelligent. Yes, I know I'm healthy.
Yeah, the positive reinforcement is really what drives you, because you hear people saying, oh, that was a stupid thing for me to do. I shouldn't be doing this. And, you know, that type of talk is destroying and actually feeding the negativity.
Actually, it's closing doors.
Okay.
Nico, life is about doors. You have the door to wealth. You have a door to wellness. You have a door to peace. You have a door to love. You have a door to sexuality. You have a door to spirituality.
I like the way you put that, because that really opens the whole thing up to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I see what you mean by that.
Yeah, and fear closes the doors minute by minute for people.
Yeah.
And really, remember, listeners, fear is all about authenticity. One of the reasons that I love being on Nico's show, Living a Primal Lifestyle, is Nico is authentic.
Well, thank you.
He's an authentic human being. And when you're authentic, guess what? You don't have any fears.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to a psychiatrist. You don't have to go to a psychologist. You don't have to fight your fears.
Yeah.
When you're truly authentic and living the life you would like to live and not somebody else's life, you have no fears.
Yeah. Well, I always think of that one question I ask myself is, what if I'm the answer that the world needs for whatever I'm thinking?
Yes.
You know, and that's a powerful thing, because if you are the answer, then then the things that you do mean something.
Exactly. And you're supposed to express it.
Uh-huh.
Yes. If you feel you're the answer, no matter what the consequences, if you really believe in what you're doing, you need to express it, listeners out there. You don't need to hold it in. It really doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Life is really all about Nico. Life is really all about Richard. A great, happy Nico creates a great, happy life. A great, happy Richard creates a great, happy life. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's always been this way.
Yeah.
It's always been this way. But the majority of people you've read about in your history books, Aristotle, Socrates, the famous artist Da Vinci, Rembrandt, Picasso, these people were not entirely authentic. They had lots of drama, lots of emotion affecting their lives. Mm-hmm. And it's really important to know, and I'm going to teach you listeners something really important. There are a lot of license plates in the world that say, the one with the most toys wins. That is a lie, listeners. The one who needs the least, when you die, you win. Yes.
Yeah. And that's what living a primal lifestyle is really the philosophy behind, is, letting all these modern things go so you can see the clarity of what life on Earth really is like. Because we have so much here, and we just cover it up, and we keep building all these things when it's already here for us. It makes it so much easier for me when I look at it that way.
Yeah, because the Earth is very, very abundant, and everything we need to exist is here on Earth, and we destroy it. There's a place in Mexico, it's called Cuatro Ciénegas. Mm-hmm. It is in the desert, and nature naturally, everything surrounding this area is horrible. And then you step into this world, and it looks like paradise. You listeners can look it up on the Internet. When I first saw a picture of it, I go, wow, it looked like pristine Alaska. Huh. In the desert, you have mountains, you have beautiful, pristine lakes, you have beautiful vegetation, you have animals, all working symbiotically together in that particular environment. And so this is what the world's like. It has so much beauty, so much resources, and everybody's searching for everything that upsets the balance of that natural order. Yeah. So remember, the one who needs the least, you win.
Yeah. And the question is, one of my people in the chat room is, what do you win? And we're going to answer that question right after the break here.
Sure.
We're living a primal lifestyle, folks, and I'd like to remind you, pick up my Health Signals newsletter, new issue out today, another one in 2 weeks, and you're going to find a lot of information about how to stay healthy, wealthy, and wise. And the number here is still 877-927-6648. We have open lines if you'd like to give us a call. And, of course, you can reach me at nico@tfnn.com. And we'll be right back with Dr. Richard London. Find out what you win.
If you're an investor looking for a great weekly investment newsletter, then now is the perfect time to try out Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Every Tuesday, Ken breaks down multiple sectors in his weekly newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, with a full in-depth report including specific trading recommendations within his model portfolio, charts, sector analysis, upcoming economic data, along with intra-week trading updates on newsletter positions whenever the market dictates. Right now, you can receive a full month, that's 30 days, to evaluate Ken's newsletter free of charge to see if it fits your trading plan. At less than $75 per month, Ken provides you with his expert trading advice that can pay for itself in no time. Take advantage of this great offer by signing up for a 30-day free trial to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks today. Don't let this offer pass you by. Visit the front page of TFNN.com and sign up now. With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you gain access to each host charts and computer screen as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, Kate Stalter, Dave White, Larry Pezzavento, or Victor Jones, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV yet, then visit TFNN.com today to see what you're missing. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Just like that, another month has passed and the Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway has come to an end. Each market day in June, one lucky winner was chosen to receive a 1-ounce silver bar courtesy of Great Panther Silver and TFNN. We'd like to thank all the listeners that chose to participate, and if you weren't lucky enough to be a winner this time around, be on the lookout in the coming months for another opportunity to win a 1-ounce silver bar courtesy of Great Panther Silver and TFNN. Thanks so much and good trading.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pezzavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to TFNN.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back to the show, folks. I'm talking with Dr. Richard London, the Doctor of Life. And before the break, we were talking about winning. And to me, you win at the game of life. You're happy. You're doing the things that you want to do. And the stuff that we deem so important, like the money and everything, comes to you naturally.
Well, I agree. You're actually winning the lottery of life. See, the ultimate goal of life is to have absolute freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom to go where you want, to create whatever it is you want in your life, and to live the lifestyle that not just your body wants to live and your mind wants to live, but the soul wants to live in a particular manner. Mm-hmm. And that's a divine, purposeful life. So you win a lot. You know, I have a program, a part of the life wellness system is becoming a wellness heir. And what you win is you have abundance and balance in wellness, in wealth, in love, in peace, in spirituality. That's the ultimate goal of every human being, is to have abundance and balance. And again, this money business that is consuming mankind today, it's crazy.
Yeah.
The universe doesn't know the difference between a penny and $1 million and $1 billion. So when you become a wellness heir, you create abundance according to the level that you wish to create. It's like a river.
Yeah. And
you control that level of water in that river. So you can have as much water or as much wealth as you want or as little wealth as you want.
And it's
all
also
based
really
on your standards.
It's really about balance too. I mean, it does you no good to have all these millions of dollars and your health is you feel like crap all the time.
Yeah, basically what humans do is they create a monster. People want to be billionaires, and then they have so many people who are dependent upon them. They're giving pieces of their life to everyone who's dependent upon them.
Yeah.
As I said, I moved into a new home, and it's 6 stories. I had to balance out all 6 stories of the house so they work well together to make my life simple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you can do that in your life. Yeah. You can balance out your life where everything works in balance with everything else that's going on in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know some of the happiest people I met, really wealthy-wise, are not worth anything, but they have so much to give otherwise. It's like they're a miracle.
Oh, yeah. We have a world today where you have phenomenal people like yourself, Nico, who are really dedicated towards helping people and helping people live this healthy life and a life of wellness. So we live in a phenomenal world where people are really, really dedicated. And I want to share, my parents, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, they lived their lives fatalistically. Mm-hmm. You listeners, you remember your past is in stone, your future is in paper. So you have the ability to design your life. So you can live a life by design. And that's what Nico is helping many of his listeners do, is really design their life. Right,
well,
Nico?
Richard, I really want to thank you. We're at the end here, and you've really opened my eyes each time you're on the show in a completely different way than anybody else. And I really do appreciate your thoughts and the way you point us in the right direction. So thank you very much. And we'll talk again in the next couple of months.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Nico.
Bye, Richard.
Bye.
So that's the show today, folks, and I hope you enjoyed it. Dr. Richard London is a different kind of cat, and I love those kind of people because if you really listen to what he's trying to do, it's a little different language than most of us talk, but I think if you go past the words and dig into it, it's a way to be happy, and it's a way to get you where you're going. So that's the show for this week, so we'll see you next week. We'll be talking about probiotics. See you then.